Hi, my name is Mansoor. I'm the CTO of Stagwell Marketing Cloud, and we are here in Hot Can 2026. With me is my special guest, the CEO and founder of IRCODE, Matty Beckerman. And welcome, Matty.
Thank
Look
you so
forward
much.
and look forward to chatting with you. So basically, I just thought this would be a great way to talk about innovation in a space which we should all be upcoming and thinking about. And let's start with just what is IR code?
Yeah, absolutely. So IR code stands for image recognition code. Really, we're going to replace the QR code, where you no longer have to need it for a piece of content. Our technology, using computer vision AI, can scan an image and then give you all the information behind it. And we're rolling this out for live broadcast and TV networks and brands, and especially advertising. So the agency side of things, that gets super interesting.
So to give people context, let's walk through the use case of what's happening today.
Yeah.
So people go to a restaurant or on a TV show or a signboard and they click on a QR code and that takes them to a website.
Correct.
Right? And what did they do before? What are they doing now? And what's wrong with that?
I mean, I don't think anybody wants to put that ugly, like, black and white QR code on a piece of artwork that you've created. So if you're, creating something, trying to make room for that in your creative, suddenly you've got this ugly thing on it. So we remove the even need for that. So the way I equate this, and I love equating this, is, Google has Google Lens, Amazon has Amazon Lens. We're building lenses that white label into companies' own apps.
Okay.
So TV networks, and so we just rolled this out with NBC in Salt Lake City, KSL. We built the KSL lens that lives in their app, and they're advertising to all of their viewers, saying, take out the KSL lens and scan the screen, learn more about the content that they're watching, learn more about the advertisements that are on the screen, and then it becomes direct to consumer of like real engagement. And we've turned the entire TV network interactive, and then we just signed a deal with Sinclair Broadcasting Group. They've now invested in our company. We announced this a few days ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's super exciting because then we're rolling this out across the entire country. So Sinclair control like 40% of the U.S. market in TV affiliates, and we're making each one of those stations interactive, starting with the first two this summer, and rolling it out to 12 more stations before the end of the year, and then hopefully by next year we'll have real coverage.
So basically, anybody who has a service of either a cable TV service or a broadcasting service or any kind of service, as long as they have their app, you can fit into their as a lens inside that, and then they can. I think the opportunity is not just about learning about what's on the TV show, but it's more than that. It's shopping. It's games, it's whatever, anything.
Shopping,
right?
games, stats. If you're watching a basketball game or a football game, like being able to scan that screen and get like deep information. We are working with sports leagues, and we're working with the broadcasters. And then we've also just developed a new technology called tap to scan, where if you're watching on your phone yourself, you can just tap the screen, it'll scan it, and it'll surface the same information, stats and deeper data.
Interesting. So this is great for brands or the network who are providing that information because they are getting first-party data.
Yeah.
They're getting information about what consumers are interested in, and they can leverage that for what? To monetize against that, or what's going to happen?
You get a lot of analytics data, but you also have a better consumer experience. Everybody, 80% of people are watching watching television with phones in their hands.
Right.
And the attention then leaves. It goes to the phone,
Right.
looking at it. But now, with IR code and our lens technology, let's say built into NBC's app, if I'm watching Real Housewives, or my wife is watching Real Housewives, she can simply say, oh, I really like that dress, and immediately be able to buy it. There's no more friction. There's no more search for 30, 40 minutes to try and find it. And then from an advertiser's perspective, that ad comes up, and now let's say I'm a local pizza place. Suddenly, I can direct order, I can direct buy, I can send out couponing, I have a loyalty program. So it makes the consumer's engagement stay with the television network rather than leave and go to the phone.
So let me get a little bit geeky. Why isn't this technology not already there? What was not available before for us to now have this capability?
Yeah.
Is it AI? Is it what had to change?
So this was our patent that our chief technology officer, Philip Holtschneider, invented years ago. And he built it really for drones to be able to fly over a city and navigate autonomously without GPS and be able to attach information to that image. We're the only company that can do this for video recognition specifically. There are other things that can see, static images and very simple things, but video recognition is a very tough thing, and our patents really give us that advantage. That's why it hasn't been done before.
Okay, so you have that stuff for shopping. You also have the Google Lens. You have the Amazon Lens. Is the market now ripe for image lens-based shopping opening up? What's going to happen in the market?
Yeah, it feels like it is. I mean, I think QR codes trained everybody that they can point their camera at something and get more information, and we're just now that next step.
Right.
You do have all those lenses now. I mean, and it's not just Google and Amazon who have them. Pinterest have one, and a lot of different companies are using them. We're just providing a turnkey way that if you are a brand, if you are a company, you can create your own lens without having to spend billions of dollars that were put into the bigger companies' lenses. Now you could build your own. Like if I'm a big retailer, I don't want to have it all go to Google or Amazon.
Yeah, because
now you can control your own.
Yeah, because everybody goes to Google Lens and they are like, what is this product? What is that? And like Google takes most of the cut of whatever you're getting.
They take all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, think about this. If I'm a big television show producer, I've got 20 million viewers on the air. We're dealing with a few shows like this. And their point was, people are Googling the products they see on my show anyway. I have zero stake in it. And they're looking for the wrong product. And they end up finding a knockoff or something different. Now, with the brands, I can make a deal directly for product placement. And now we can actually both win. And the consumer wins because it's the actual product, like you actually see it.
Right.
So that the producers win, the TV networks win, and everybody gets it.
So let's fast forward, 5-10 years. How does AI help with this too? Because now you have a confluence of quantum computing, AI, shopping, all of this experience, more agentic flows happening.
Yeah.
So I feel like we have this confluence of all of these things, and brands and advertisers and agencies are hungry to take some of these technologies and implement it quickly and be like first to market for that.
Yeah. So we're building this massive database of images that have metadata attached to it. And I could go geekdom with you if you want. I know you can too.
I can do,
so
but
we can definitely do that.
But let's, for the sake of the audience who we want to
go that deep.
Sure.
We're building a master database where if the AI model is looking for something, right now it's trained on like Wikipedia to find stuff.
Right.
With our database of images, now instead of hallucinating AI, thinking it's seeing something, if it's accessing our database and our data set, it'll find the real thing. And for IP protection. So if it is already in the IRCODE system and has an IRCODE behind it, then you can't go and train data off of it if it's blocked to do so.
Right.
So we can go down that rabbit hole.
So it's brand A versus brand X kind of thing.
Yes.
So,
like I could look at a water bottle or look at this microphone and see, AI could tell me this is a microphone.
Right.
We can tell you it's a Shure microphone and this is where you can buy it.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so now that we know exactly what you can do with this, how do brands, agencies monetize on this and like quickly too? Because we are here in Cannes. There are lots of programmatic world is also changing. It's getting agentic now. Now you'll be able to, and if you can show me, give me the audience, I should be able to now tell you, okay, I want to sell to them right away, right?
Yeah, we're already doing it, so we've proven it. Now, one of the things we were thinking was that, okay, what would the adoption rate be like when we put this on TV? Would people actually do it? And so we've seen a 32% click-through rate on real engagement of people actually doing this. So that was shocking to us. So yeah, we see that engagement happening now. So as an advertiser or as an agency or as our partnership with Stagwell, we should be talking to all the creators, and when they're creating an ad, wherever it appears, should now be have the digital layer to it,
Right.
so you could surface whatever information you want.
Awesome.
Think about any place you would put a QR code or a piece of content. Way beyond that, your entire commercial you do for the Super Bowl, your entire commercial you do in a campaign on bus stops, is now all scannable. So
Very
we should
nice.
think about it from like the base level architecture of the creation process, create with a digital layer in mind.
So you know what? This kind of reminds me also in Stagwell we have Reach TV, which is like all the airports
Yes.
all across America, and they're building a Reach TV app.
Yeah,
So why can't that have the lens too?
we're in the midst of talking to them exactly about this.
Right. So these are ways, I think, new ideas about how to kind of like leverage some of this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, this was great. Thank you very much. Anything else to add? Am I missing something which I should have brought up?
Man, we're just so excited. So, ultimately for us, if you remember, pre-COVID, you had to download a third-party app in order to scan a QR code, and then eventually it went native in the camera. That's the future for us. Like, we want to be native in the iPhone, native in the Android, so you don't have to have a lens. It just works straight from your camera. That's where we're going.
Nice.
But for now, we're building out lenses for companies.
Companies. Makes sense. All right. Thank you very much, Matty. This was great. And this is it. Thank you so much.